Welcome back to my channel, everybody. It's Leah with Skin Beautiful RX, and I'm so excited because we have a very special guest with us today. Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson, for rescheduling. Originally, we had you coming in July.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had to change it up, but no, it's my pleasure to be here. So excited to be talking to everybody.
So the first video that we are going to talk about today is actually your newest two products.
Yeah.
Which is the Rejuvenating body cream and
yes.
actually I think we haven't even gotten these in yet, but this one was mine. The body tool.
Yes.
Which is absolutely beautiful. People absolutely love the Epic Skin Tool for the face.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about the science behind that.
Perfect. So yeah, well then go ahead, because like I said, I know that we've already started selling these. We don't even have them in yet. And people love the facial tools so much that they are just can't wait to get their hands on this.
Well, you know, osmosis has taken a while to sort of get into the body range, and the main reason for that is that your skin really is harder to rejuvenate, because you know we're all about permanent change, and it's harder for the skin to rejuvenate on the body than it is on the face, and the main reason for that is the lack of circulation.
Mm-hmm.
So circulation feeds the whole process. So the reason why our body's skin turns over slower, like on our hands versus our face, is simply that. It just doesn't have the food supply from the circulation to make it work. So what does that mean when you're using topical products? It means that you have to accelerate changes with as many key nutrients as you can. And so the Rejuvenating Body Cream is the first in a series of products coming up soon.
Yay!
That is, you know, designed to feed the skin what it needs to stay healthy in a more economical way. So not the severely sun damaged skin that I was just referencing. And so how do you do that? How does it work? Well, the quick skinny on the ingredients is we have chlorella in there. So chlorella is one of my favorite ingredients. It seems like a funny one. I don't see it out in skincare very often, but it actually is protective against UVB light. So it's going to be helpful if you're out in the sun. Remember, I don't actually believe in artificial sunscreens on a daily basis to be applied to your skin, especially if you're not like laying out, because you need the vitamin D. That's the most important. But chlorella is there to give you that natural protection, so you don't have to like defend with some sort of you know, topical SPF. And then you have the advantages of it stimulating collagen and elastin. And there aren't many ingredients out there that actually create real changes in the skin. Mm-hmm. Chlorella was one of those ones where I came across the research and I had no idea that it actually does generate that level, and it builds new circulation. So it actually stimulates new blood flow to the skin. It's in, of course, my key A serums for the face, but we made sure to put an ample amount here in the Rejuvenating Body Cream so that you get that support on the external skin. That's combined with niacinamide, and the niacinamide, and the reason why I love it is it has this gentle vasodilation effect. And by the way, those two are effective on cellulite. So when I first formulated a cellulite cream, it was kind of funny. I focused so much on just performance of the ingredients. People got rashes because cellulite is a toxicity problem. So people were purging the toxins from the aggressive nature. So we ended up not making that product because nobody wants a rash.
Right.
So what I learned is, you know, subtle is better. This is a gentle detox. So you're not forming a rash by purging everything right away. And it's not a vasoconstrictor. So a lot of people go have cellulite treatments, and what they're really putting on their skin is caffeine, which constricts the blood flow, which then causes the swelling to constrict for a temporary period of time. It's very temporary. But it doesn't make the toxins go away. So you're not really treating cellulite, you're just temporarily suppressing the blood flow. Not good for your skin.
Right.
So this is the opposite idea. The idea is gentle vasodilation or blood vessel widening so that you can pull the toxins out of the fat cells. That's what's causing cellulite. And of course it feeds the skin at the same time. So niacinamide is excellent for increasing the food to every area that you put it on. So those are the two main ingredients. There's some sodium hyaluronate in there, and then I realized that similar to the way Catalyst, so Catalyst is our C serum for the face, similar to the way Catalyst is designed with a bunch of amino acids. We put in some key amino acids that the skin would benefit from. Again, if you just use single amino acids, they actually penetrate into the skin. The problem with longer chain peptides is they don't often make it past the epidermal stratum corneum. So the idea there was to bring that combination together. I think it has a nice moisturizing effect, yeah, people have really, it's been very well received. We were sold out for a while.
I know,
finally back. Oh my
Don't
gosh.
mention that.
This is one of those ones that was a definite logistic challenge.
Well, and you know, you're so great about formulating products that is very nutritious for the skin, and this is definitely one of them. I meant to bring my own today so that I could show everybody what it looked like, but I used it and then left it at home. But I love it so much. It feels so good on the skin, and it actually like smells like really good too, because I know you don't add any type of like artificial fragrance or anything like that.
Sometimes we, in most of these cases, and it's one of my pet peeves of the industry, is because we sell into the EU, we have to label essential oils as a fragrance. So a lot of people are like, why are you putting artificial fragrance? It's not, it's labeled fragrance, it's essential oils. So I'm so glad you have that experience. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't use it. I think a lot of guys don't use, I know. But guys, you know, we're guys. Now listen, I do skincare twice a day, and most guys won't even do that. But yeah, it is, so maybe I should. I do have some dry skin, I think below the knees. And I probably, it was a painful admission you just got straight from the source.
Let's zoom in on his ankle.
Let's see what we're looking at.
See if you use this, then you'll be good to go. Because it's so nice. And we've gotten so much great feedback, just like you said. It went on back order, so people wanted it, and we're happy it's back.
I apologize for that, It was on a boat for a long, long time.
Ooh, with the boost, I assume.
Wow, she's hit me with all the winners. I'll get you back. I'll get her back, trust me.
And then the body tool. Yes, so beautiful.
Yeah, I really love the weight of this. It is it's funny because I don't know if we're even using the campaign. It's probably a little inappropriate, but people who've gotten the facial tool, like, was like, size matters. That's the real secret that women don't tell you. Size matters. And what it is a way to enhance the penetration. So it works well even with the rejuvenating, to enhance penetration without hurting your skin. Now, let me explain why that's different. This is going to be true for the facial tool as well. This is just for the body, so you're actually creating little microchannels in your stratum corneum. So your surface of your skin is the stratum corneum. It is very good at keeping water out, at keeping stuff out, which is great. But for about 30 minutes, which is so cool about this design, I was just sort of an epiphany I had one day. The idea was if we can wedge the skin for 30 minutes, because the skin is pliable. It's not so rigid like you might think. I mean, there's a lot of oils in it, you can imagine. It's got some pliability to it. If you press down on the skin with these little pyramid wedges, you're actually creating this temporary channel that lasts for about 30 minutes by our testing, and that allows the ingredients to get in better, like significantly better. And so if you're using any sort of body products, especially some of our serums, which you're putting quite an investment into your body's skin, that body tool is going to be well worth the investment, because it's really at least a 30% increase in the performance of the products when you use it. Because even though we have delivery systems like liposomes and exosomes, the reality is the skin is still keeping most of the stuff out. Like it's not like you put something on your skin and 90% go in. It never has been. That's sort of been one of the bigger challenges that the industry's had to face. So you don't want to, people used to do is exfoliate. They're like, oh, if I just scrub my skin off first, then maybe things go in better. And there's some truth to that. But when you exfoliate, you create, 3 days damage, a week-long damage. Your skin is stressed by it. Inflammation occurs because you go out in the sun with exfoliated skin, you actually get more free radical damage. So there's a real science to this idea that if you can just create a channel for 30 minutes in the morning and maybe 30 minutes in the evening if you apply at night, then your skin doesn't ever get stressed out, doesn't get hurt by it.
Perfect. And what I did notice, and I'm sure I'll have questions, with the body tool, you can actually use this both ways, but the facial tool is only one way. Is there a reason for that, or? No,
we're updating. I've updated. It's so funny. Our inside conversation before we start this video, I'm like, have you seen like where I'm? No, I haven't been watching that. Like she wasn't aware of some of the access of the information, and so now I'm going to be delivering it to her by mail or by hand. But yeah, we did sort of modify the Epic tool for this face protocol. You can go both ways.
Okay, perfect.
So the idea was in the beginning that you felt a little bit more pull when you went down, and the pull brings these little pyramids into the skin for that wedge. But even if you don't create the pull, like you don't create a pull on your forehead because there's not enough loose skin.
Right.
But even if you don't create a pull, the wedge still happens. So I personally I just all the time. So yeah, so everybody, you can do it. Sorry for the misdirect.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to update my video now. The tutorial too. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
And since I wish I had actually brought out the actual Epic Skin tool, but the next question, because I get asked this a lot too, it wasn't on my original question sheet, but with the tool, some people don't want to use it solely because they think it'll pull the skin down and create like droopy skin. That's so crazy, but I feel like if you say it.
Well, there is a I remember when microdermabrasion first came out. How long have you been an esthetician?
I've been in the industry like 10 years.
About 10 years. So microderm was maybe just before. It was big just before. It wasn't big right now. So, you know, when I first started out doing clinic work, I had a ton of microdermabrasions, and that was always the claim, is that it would suck so hard and you would go around the eyes and it would pull the skin and it would be worry about breaking the elastin. Here's the good news. You have to really stretch the skin in order to create a stretching of elastin. If anywhere that's occurring that I think women can relate to, it is, I hope they don't find this inappropriate, but if you don't wear a supportive bra, then the pull of gravity on the breast all day, every day does, but that takes years, it takes decades for that to occur, and it's quite a heavy weight for a lot of women where that has to, in order for that to occur. Like pinching your skin is not going to break these elastin strands. Massage is not going to break those elastin strands. Certainly this light little tug that you're getting from that, and really it's more of a pull in than it is a pull down.
Right.
Even though it feels like it, you'll find that actually the direction of the heads pull it in. So I promise you are not stretching your skin out. That is not where elasticity is being harmed. You want to know what the number one cause of damage to elasticity? Retinoic acid. Retinoic acid, clinically proven to reduce the elastin in your skin by 34%. I just refreshed myself on the clinicals, and I'm like, how are people still prescribing this all day long? And so that's the biggest fear you have. And remember, chlorella is excellent at elastin increase, and our catalyst serum is also excellent for that. If you're worried about skin elasticity. I know one of the videos we're doing is on recovery. One of the best things you can do for skin elasticity is get your fat pads restored. And that one is, gosh, we are just getting such great reviews on that. So hopefully your client base is seeing that.
Yeah, we'll have to show you our reviews later. I don't know if you had a chance, but
no.
Yeah, or like
great reviews.
Of course, yes.
Yay.
And some of the photos we've gotten for before and afters are amazing. Yeah, you have to go through.
Oh my gosh, you need to share those with us so we can share them with the world.
Yeah, on STEM Factor, which we'll do a video on STEM Factor too. We have over 200 reviews, all 5 stars. So it's very exciting.
Well, and I know we should talk about that. So there's a lot to talk about. Today we're talking, this video, we're talking about the body and how to treat the body, and I mean, I'm just learning so much. So one of the cool things about being the hands-on CEO that I am, where I'm talking directly to my customers, when they actually reach out to talk to me. Hello, Leah.
I like to fly under the radar.
No, what's awesome about Leah is she's so knowledgeable. She doesn't need that extra support from me. Like she knows the answers, and obviously you guys have been reaping the benefits of that. But I've just given her direct access for the tough cases if you guys have any. And I know people from your community reach out to me directly, so I'm still doing that. So my point of that story was to say that because I'm doing all this direct access, one-on-one interaction, I am learning so much about how the body works, a better understanding of everything from aging to why people are gaining weight, to why people are getting sick, to how many supplements are actually harming It's crazy when I look now, because I do these cases and they're like, well, this is what I take, and people are taking 10 or 20 different pills, which must be hundreds of dollars a month, and they're doing nothing if not harming them. And so anyway,
I get a lot too.
You do?
Way too many. And then they get their panels back, and their panels are just all over the place.
Yeah, and then they try to dose their thing for what their blood work says. And what I try to tell people is, you get your body detoxed. You remove any pathogens that might be harming you, and you'd be amazed. Think about our children who are growing up on chicken nuggets and and pizza. Right? I can't tell you how many parents I talked to. My kids are older now, but they were chicken nugget crazy too. But chicken nuggets and pizza. Now, how are they growing up to be healthy adults on chicken nuggets and pizza, which literally a lot of kids, that's all they eat?
That's hormones.
The answer, no. Well, could be that. It's fair enough. Maybe it's artificially happening. But my answer was that the body's amazing. It's stealing what it needs from the lack of nutritious food we give it. So you'd be amazed at how little it needs these, sort of exotic herbs and supplements that everyone thinks are necessary. So a little bit of a tangent there, but yeah, I mean, I think, if we're talking about how to improve the skin of the body.
It took 40, 50, 60 years to get your skin to the point, so it's not going to happen overnight.
That's such a great point. We try to age gracefully, but we can all think back to the sun, the days out with the baby oil. And I tell people, because I grew up in Seattle, so when the sun showed up, I was like, oh.
Did you have one of those things where it like directed the sun to your face?
I didn't have one of those. that I won't say anything about. No, not that bad. But baby oil for sure. But I would just stay out the whole day, and I wouldn't use sunscreen, and I just burned myself several times. So I've had a lot to correct over the years, but we're getting there.
Well, perfect. Well, this will probably lead us into our next video, which will be on melasma and pigment. So stick around for the next video.
That's what you guys wanted to hear. So
yes.